Yo, welcome to MØRRRA Audio.XYZ. This is your host, Erica Lee Murray, coming at you with some real shit. To those of you who are listening to me for the first time, welcome. I speak based upon actual experiences and use those experiences as examples, be it surrounding entrepreneurship, fitness, lifestyle, etc. Please submit your questions via Instagram and or YouTube at Erica Lee Murray. Ask and you shall receive. So, today we're actually going to talk about the things that we eat. Venturing into a lifestyle that is sans meat and any other byproducts of another species has certainly been interesting for me, and I have totally gone through the ringer over the years. I recall last year I went vegetarian cold turkey starting January 1st. You know, when everyone's trying to get their lives together. Typical. But whatever. I still consumed eggs though, along with fish, and I didn't really eat chicken. I cut chicken out, beef, pork, anything in that spectrum. I cut it out, including bacon. Yes, bacon is pork. So we're not gonna separate that and make it its own entity. Like, I cut it out. Physically, I was feeling better. I dropped in weight. Major plus was my cystic acne was beginning to go away, so I could actually start working on the hyperpigmentation and scarring that was left behind because of the things that I was eating. But I lasted 7 months, and my body turned on me. I started having issues with my gut. I had an incessant urge to consume meat. And I had the runs, like, it was uncontrollable for, like, off and on for about a month and a half. Like, that was an issue, and I'm like, something isn't right. And it was freaking me out. Like, that's not normal. I felt like my body was having, like, a cry for help. And so I hit up my friend who went vegan when I went vegetarian, and she was trying to pep talk me out of it. She wanted me to eat a veggie burger or anything else that could probably curb the craving. Well, that night I took my sore ass to the store and bought some chicken. Instantly felt better. Odd. I know. Odd. But I highly recommend that you should watch What the Health to wrap your mind around what happened to me. Let's just say my body was addicted to the toxins. I don't know why I couldn't say toxins, but I think because I took a sip of coffee and, like, all the saliva is, like, in my mouth and I'm just about to spit all over this mic. But my body was addicted to toxins, and it was actually going through withdrawals from those toxins and all those freaking medications and hormones and all that other crap that they were putting into the animal. Like, my body was going through withdrawals from that. And I also want you to know that I'm not sponsored by What the Health or anything in that spectrum. This isn't sponsored whatsoever. None of my content is monetized as of yet. Like, it's just simply enlightening to watch that. But I highly recommend that you watch it and be open-minded and not biased by any other previous knowledge that you have come across over the years. Just watch it and come up to your own conclusions after watching it, not while you're watching it or already coming up with a fucking rebuttal after each and every sentence that the person is saying. Like, be open-minded about it. Nonetheless, I digress. Over time, I consumed meat, but I mainly stuck to fish. Like, I'm half Filipino, so I mean, it's like a sweet spot, especially like with rice and such. Like, it was just an easy go-to. But my body reacted again. Meat was becoming disgusting to me. I was considering going vegetarian again and possibly taking it a step further by going vegan when I met my boyfriend, who is trans vegan. I wasn't eating as much meat, but on 2 occasions I ate chicken and I broke out in a rash on my arm. And it didn't make any sense because everything that I have been putting on my body, be it like lotions or sprays for like delicious smelling goodness, like everything was the same, so I didn't understand where the rash was coming from. It was from the chicken. That was the only thing that was different because it's been a hot minute since I ate chicken. And then on a different occasion for brunch, I had bacon. It ruined me for a week. And I actually dubbed myself as the bathroom queen. Like, it was terrible. Like, my body was rejecting it. And I was beginning to get my cystic acne again, and it was painful to sleep. Like, I couldn't, like, lay on my side. Like, I could only, like, lay on my back because it was so painful. It's not just a form of vanity. Like, cystic acne is painful. Like, you may have, like, the surface zits, and you could easily pop it and be on your merry way, but, like, the cystic, like, that stuff is, like, in your skin, like, layers and layers and layers deep. Like, that is painful. Like, you're stuck with that bad boy for, like, weeks on end. So because of that, it was tampering with my lifestyle. I started to wean myself off of all consumption when it came to animals. Last thing being my half and half for my coffee. Granted, yes, it took a bit, but for me to enjoy the pleasantries of life, it should not come at the expense of another life. I was drinking pus. I was enjoying pus. That is disgusting. Disgusting. I can only imagine the pain of the cows. Like, these cows went through pain for me to enjoy my cup of coffee. Like, that's so fucking selfish. And I was drinking pus. So I'm just like, I am enjoying this hazelnutty pus. Like, that's, it's just, no. Oh my god, that's so, now I'm like imagining it. Great. All in all, I did it. Like, I cut myself off. It is easier when someone close to you has the same lifestyle you are growing into. I have been going through this whole lifestyle change for about 2 months. Yeah, 2.5 months actually, now that I'm like thinking about it. Like, what is November now? So about 2.5 months. I've been going 2.5 months strong without consuming meat or any other byproducts. I will say it helped eating out to wrap my head around the various types of food that can be veganized. I don't think veganized is a word, but we're just gonna roll with it. I could also tell who were the legit vegans and those who were just trying not to discriminate by providing quote-unquote vegan options. I'm sorry, like, but cutting a slab of soggy tofu and putting it between 2 buns and saying, hey, it's vegan, it's not appealing at all. Like, pus is more so disgusting, but like your idea of like this being like a meal, like that's disgusting. So it enlightens me, like, how people like on the outside looking in view vegans and what they consume. Like, oh, here's a salad. Oh, you guys eat a lot of tofu. Like, have you been to Green? Have you had the Big Whack? Like, again, I'm not sponsored by anyone, but I'm like, have you had it? Like, with the price of eating out, it got really spency. So I told him, like, I can make these recipes at home and it would be cheaper. So I did it. I mean, it is rather powerful to be more in control of what you're consuming, being able to enjoy it guilt-free and not at the expense of another. Like, this is not a means for me to convince you to go vegan or trans-vegan or vegetarian, pescatarian, or whatever effing labels are out there wandering in this world, but this is just me sharing my journey and my transitioning into this lifestyle. I can honestly say that this lifestyle has saved me money and hopefully lessened the impact on animals' lives. Like, let me zero in on the fact that I have saved money, just like real quick, because there may be some that feel that being healthier and being vegan or vegetarian, again with all these effing labels, like they feel that all of that is expensive. I'm not spending more money at the grocery store because I'm not purchasing meat. I do not have to purchase all of these various acne products to get rid of the issue because of the hormones and other chemicals are not breaking me out because I was consuming meat. Like, I don't have to worry about any of that. Because I'm not breaking out as much, I do not have to pay as much for makeup to cover up the problem. I fixed it internally. Because I fixed it internally with the food that I consume, I will not have to have these extreme medical bills regarding my health. High cholesterol can, miss me with all of that. Like, I do not need pills to fix a problem I accepted due to my pleasure of consuming meat. That doesn't even make any sense to mask the problem when it starts with my fork. Personal experience. Ultimately, like, that's what it is. That's it. Personal experience. I know that I may encounter another hurdle around month 7, but I won't regress back because I am more knowledgeable this time around. But I am still learning and being edified on several things. But I am open and willing to make my life better along with others, be it on 2 legs or 4. Like, it's not just the human species. Like, there's various other types of species that also want to live life. Gonna put that right there. In my next podcast, I actually have a special guest who introduced me to trans veganism. Kenyatta Banks, who is the CEO, founder, and master trainer of Arsenal by Kenyatta. He will delve more into what it means to be trans vegan and how he came to grow into this lifestyle. You don't just adopt it willy-nilly. Like, I told you what happened when I did it, just cold turkey, and my body was angry. My body was very angry. I feel like you learn and you grow into a lifestyle. You don't necessarily, quote unquote, fall in love. You grow into love because you're getting to know that person and you're growing a relationship with them. That's another tangent, but I feel like I need to give you a different example to see a different perspective on what I'm trying to articulate to you. This isn't a rah-rah be vegan segment. This is an insight to my lifestyle and possibly that of others. Heck, I'm still learning. I actually got edified about soy like a few days ago. Like, I'm still learning. This isn't anything like of perfection. I'm not a certified registered dietitian. I'm not a nutritionist. Like, I don't have the credentials to be like, this is what you need to be eating. I can only speak from my own personal experience, and this is why I am having a guest so that he can delve into his own personal experiences with it. And maybe he can edify you on a few things, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. You never know. Take what you want from the information that we are providing from you, because we're only speaking from actual experiences. If any of this resonated with you, hit that like. If this is what someone may need to hear, share it with them. Have any questions? Comment on my YouTube or my Instagram. I got you. I already got inquiries when it comes to freaking recipes. And I'm working on it because I kind of do things off the cuff and I don't drop them down. So it's slowly but surely coming. It's coming. All in all, please remember, give yourself permission. Bye.